When I moved to Thailand 4 years ago, what's the biggest mistake I made? Because sometimes those mistakes can cost you staying here, can't they? So I'll tell you what the biggest mistake I did was, looking back now in hindsight, was if you're in Konkan, Chayapum, Korat, or another province that's not too far, we'll come meet you. I'll come too, so you get to meet me. Pratep, Australia. Yeah.
Swaddy Cap, good morning. Ricky and Isan here. Nice little milestone this morning. Daisy yelling, Papa, Papa, from their bed this morning. Even if it was 6 o'clock in the morning. It's a good little milestone from Day. Anyway, I'm going to get my girls sorted. So I'll see you guys in a few hours.
Okay, so my daughters are sleeping. Rough morning. You'd hate to be a neighbour. But that's part of fatherhood, isn't it? That's part of having kids. On my short bike ride while they have their nap, my wife's at home with the girls in case they wake up. They're pretty good sleepers actually. And got a little cool spot here. So I'm in a big village nearby. A monk just said hello to me actually. And so we've got temple grounds here. Temple grounds are essentially like public lands. Maybe public land isn't the right description, but you know, like it's land for anyone, and never feel like you can't wander into a temple or something. Maybe don't go, open the doors and that, but you can wander around the grounds. But this one's a bit different. This one, we've got the temple grounds here, and that's a school. So the school and the temple are kind of the same land. I guess there'd be an official sort of border on paper, but, and I won't wander into the school because classes in, had kids hanging out the window saying hello to me, but yeah, that's a Thai primary school, elementary school in a village. Flagpole every morning at 8 a.m, the national anthem, and a temple right next to it on the other side of the football pitch, soccer pitch. I was thinking about when I moved to Thailand 4 years ago, what's the biggest mistake I made? Because obviously a lot of people, and if you're watching this, you may be one of them, want to move to Thailand. And sometimes those mistakes can cost you staying here, can't they? So I don't think I made a whole heap of mistakes, but there is one mistake that stands out. I love this. They built a bamboo fence here. Look at all the tall bamboo trees, and they've built a nice little fence. But what are some of the issues people make? Now, I don't want to slander the area, but every time you see something on the news, one of the biggest things that stand out to me is Pattaya. I think moving to Pattaya would be a mistake if you don't do it right. You see people, and there's other YouTubers and that who open bars and things go wrong, and yeah, lots of unfortunate things happen there. They, meet a lass, meet a lady, and it's not all going to be bad and necessarily end in disaster, but yeah. A lot of bad things come out of that place. I think if you're going to move to Pattaya and just get on the drinks every night and mingle with the wrong people, then that could be a mistake. When I moved to Thailand, I moved out into the sticks, into a rural village, and I know most people can't do that. There was no social life. There was no one to talk to. It actually suited me quite well, being a bit of an introvert, being a bit of a guy who doesn't necessarily like to go out to the nightlife and that, and doesn't have a drink and all that. Other mistakes people make, they move here like they're on holiday, and you hear it all the time. They move here like they're on holiday and just spend like crazy. I was the opposite. I moved here like it'd be an absolute disaster if I failed and had to go back to Australia, and I was probably overdoing it. I was living too cheap. I'd be living off 100 baht a day, 2 40 baht meals, maybe, a 10 baht or 20 baht breakfast, or, a coffee or something. Seriously, and I'm not even kidding. Food-wise, I was living off 100 baht a day, which was like 4 Aussie dollars at the time. Insane, isn't it? But I think moving here, where I moved, I didn't have a whole heap of options. There was no KFC nearby, mate, for 40 kilometres. McDonald's is 2 hours away. There was nothing. No Falang restaurant where I was. Had no choice but to eat Thai food, and probably eating new and additional foods I've never eaten before suited me quite well. It was something new, wasn't it? And I've got a few other examples for you. I'll tell you what the biggest mistake I did was, looking back now in hindsight, was for the first 2-3 years, I did not even have insurance. No insurance whatsoever. Now last year, I don't know, I guess going through what I've been through in life, having daughters, learning in a terrible way about the unfortunate circumstances that life can put you in and how life can change in the blink of an eye like that, I decided to go get some health insurance. And then I think 2 or 3 months later, I ended up quite ill. It would have been July when my mum was here, or August, around when my twin daughters turned 1. I had a blood infection and ended up in hospital for 2 nights. That 2-night stay in hospital, the total fees, the total cost ended up being more than what I paid for my insurance for the whole year. So that worked out quite well. And I did stay in a private hospital. So here in Chayapum, we've got a big public hospital, a big private hospital, and a couple other smaller public hospitals in the city that are lesser known. If I stayed in the public hospital, it would not have been fun at all. I don't know if anyone can remember way back. Daisy was unwell and Daisy got put in the public hospital for a couple of nights. No AC, no windows, mate, just bars. And conditions aren't flash. You're sharing a room with, 10 other beds. Yeah, you don't even want to see the bathroom. Now my private hospital that I stayed in, Chayapum, was pretty flash actually. It was like, I haven't even been in a hotel that flash. Had like a 70-inch TV, a proper bed. Very lucky to have Rung Tiwa there to help take care of me. Her parents come to visit me. Obviously my mum couldn't come visit me because she was looking after the twins and can't be taking the twins to the hospital. I was very lucky that I had that insurance and didn't have to go through the public hospital system because, oh man, I don't know if I would have slept for those 2 nights if I went public. No AC. You can upgrade and get a VIP room, but that would have probably been about the same as what I had to pay the public hospital, which was no expense out of my pocket. That was all covered by my insurance, and take it as you want it. If you're not interested, just carry on with the video where I've got some more points about biggest mistakes people make moving to Thailand. But link below to a Facebook page, and I've also got an email address there. You can contact my wife, Rung Tiwa, directly. She is a licensed insurance agent for AXA. Speak to her directly. She can give you a quote for what sort of insurance plan you may want here in Thailand. And when something goes wrong, so here's where I had issues with my insurance thing. So my insurance is not through Rung Tiwa. If anything goes wrong, you call your insurance agent. So if you sign up through Rung Tiwa, you'll be calling me, if you know me, or Rung Tiwa directly when you're trying to check out from the hospital, because I had issues trying to check out. She sorts it out for you. So by knowing your agent directly, I think it makes things a lot easier in that sense. If I go to hospital again, I think I waited about 2-3 hours to check out. The doctor said I could go home and I couldn't get out because my insurance wasn't going through, and then eventually it went through. I think it was like a weekend and it was night time, but if you get hold of your insurance agent directly, she or he will sort it all out for you. But if anyone is interested, click on the Facebook page, message the page, or send an email with your name, nationality, age, visa type, and Rung Tiwa can get back to you with a quote and any other questions you may have. And here's a little thing that I'm happy to do as well to help out my wife, Rung Tiwa. If you're in Khon Kaen, Chayapum, Korat, or another province that's not too far, depending on the twins, I can't be taking the twins on the road trip. You want to meet for coffee and talk through these insurance plans, we'll come meet you. I'll come too, so you get to meet me, although I'm not anything special. You've seen, everything about me on the video. It'll be me more asking you questions and learning about your life. But we'll come meet you, and Rung Tiwa can talk you through some insurance plans and see what deal she can get for you through AXA. And I'm with AXA, and yeah, I'm very lucky. So I've had additional cases where I've had to go see the doctor. I had a flu or something, and I think that was 1,000 or 2,000 baht with all the medication and everything they gave me. I think I had to do a swab test as well, all covered by my insurance. And yeah, I was just very lucky those first few years I never got sick, because it would have been a lot of money out the pocket. Yeah, very lucky. It was pretty foolish of me I moved here when I was 26. I guess in your 20s you think you're invincible. You think, I don't need insurance, mate. I'll worry about insurance when I'm 50. But yeah, like I'm a father, man, and I've got my life ahead of me, and I need to look after myself in that sense. So anyone who's interested, contact the page or send an email, and Rungtiwa can help you out there. And other mistakes I see people make here is probably moving here without a plan. Now you could be in a different age bracket where you don't need a plan, like you've got your pension or your retirement money, or you've done very well in your life. Me moving here in my 20s, I needed a plan. And there's nothing wrong with having a plan and then changing, is there? So my plans probably changed many times at how we will survive, thrive and get by. Yeah, looking back at my initial plan, it's completely different to what I'm doing now. I had no intentions of doing YouTube. I didn't start YouTube till after 2 years here. Kind of regret that. I did try. I did quarantine, and when I was in quarantine, I tried making my first ever YouTube video, and I just couldn't do it. I was just too shy to talk to the camera, and I'm all alone in isolation in the hotel room, believe it or not. But I talk to people all the time who are moving here, and it seems like everybody's got a plan. Everybody's at least got some sort of form to sustain the way of living, and by doing that you can live here, and you don't have to live cheap if your plan's doing well, isn't it? You can live like a king, and I guess that's why a lot of people want to come live here and are happy here. Not just the weather, the cost of living is much better as well. And I think the other issue I see is you got to remember you're moving to a country where they've got their own culture, very rich, long culture with a very long history here. The way of life's different here. You can't be getting mad and getting upset over things your neighbours are doing here when it's a way of life, isn't it? The village lifestyle, mate. It's very different. It's you see a lot of foreigners who move here and I guess mess up and get angry, and you got the whole saving face thing here. So I think you've got to move here with a mindset, and it could be different. You could move to an area like Bangkok or Phuket or Pattaya where you can live that lifestyle or that type of life that you want. That's similar to back west, but if you're moving out here in the sticks, like here in Isan, you've got to remember that the way of life is different, and it is very common early in the morning for people to start playing music, people to be loud, people to chop down trees at 6 o'clock in the morning because they want to beat the heat. They get up early and do stuff. You can't be getting upset. Unfortunately, another way of life is people will burn their garbage. You're going to smell garbage a lot. It's illegal, you're not supposed to do it, but it's going to happen, and it's going to happen forever. It's not going away. Even the garbage trucks who collect the garbage here, they then take it to a designated spot to burn it. So don't think some sort of sustainability practice is taking place here. It's not just that, it's just everything in life, mate. You've got to come here and accept that this isn't your country. This isn't the UK, Australia, America, Denmark. You know what I mean? This is a whole different world, mate. And that's what we love about it. That's what I love about it. That's why I'm making videos, mate, just to show this different way of life. My grandparents, bless them, watched me from Williamstown in Australia. They didn't even think Thailand had roads, mate. They thought I'm walking through the jungle or something until they saw my video. Oh, you got roads? And like, yeah, mate, we've got internet better than you've got, or that you can get. I don't even know if my granddad has internet, to be honest with you. It's it's an amazing way of life here. Anyway, I just wanted to share this one, because this has been one I've been thinking of for a while. I better get back home. My daughter's going to wake up from their nap soon. Very friendly monk. I don't know if you saw the monk in the back of the camera. He said hello to me before. And cool little spot here on the river. This would be another river that joins up, or creek. This one's a bit bigger, that joins up to the River Chi. I will go for a cycle out to the River Chi, and I think next video, it's gonna be a different one. Might not be everyone's cup of tea, but I'm going to experiment and try a different type of video. It'll be a bit of a long form video. I'm just a few k's from home here. This is a cool little spot. I do have some form of safety on my bicycle. Whether or not that's going to help me, who knows? But I can't be living in fear to ride my bicycle around, can I? So, hope everyone has a wonderful day. Hopefully the rest of my day goes well with the daughters. But yeah. Nít nồi. Yeah. Pardon? Name? ประเทศออสเตรเลีย
โอ้เสียแล้ว
เออ
สาธุสาธุ
Uh,
มาได้แฟนอยู่ที่นี่ภรรยาไว้
yes
อ๋อ
Thai wife
บ้านไหนบ้านไหน
บ้านนนท์คอก
โอ้บ้านนนท์กอก
เออเดอ
นนท์กอก
หมู่บ้านหมู่บ้าน
หมู่บ้านนนท์กอกอ๋อสาธุสาธุ
Alright everyone, bye bye, สวัสดีครับ see you in the next video